Good afternoon to my channel, 27th of June, 2025. Love and hugs to all my listeners out there on this channel. Let's make the whole world a better place for the greater good. Now, things come to my attention. And what came to my attention was Albanese, yes, our lunatic, incompetent Prime Minister of Australia. It's just, it's idiotic what he's doing. He has no idea. He's the worst frigging Prime Minister we've ever had. And it's not just here. Look at Canada and England. As I said, everything's been invaded. I'm pretty sure it's a deep state control and everything. I think Canada, England and Australia are probably one of the last. New Zealand's not much better. I think it's time to drain the swamp. In all the Western countries, it's just been infected. It's just been infiltrated and infected. You just got to look at Freemason, how Freemason was infected, and then the deep state puts the word out in their narrative and saying, "Ooh, it's a black cult society." Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, the people are sheep, and they listen to it. The sheeples have got to start opening their eyes, and they're going to have to start thinking for themselves now. As I said, I'm here for you guys, and I'm here to make it for the greater good. And I'm going to read this thing because, I'm not 1,000% sure, but pretty sure. So it's probably a bit 50-50. With the mafia over there and the mafia here, and as I said, they're gangsters. And Zelenskyy is a part of that, the gangsters, mainly mafia over there. Well, they're still gangsters, aren't they? Mafia, gangsters, crooks, they're all the same. They all do that dirty work and work with the dirty money and launder the money, human trafficking, all that kind of friggin' dark stuff, So that's what we're here to stop. This is what we're here to stop, to put an end to it once and for all. I'm going to read this letter out there. This came, as I mean, there's still good journalism out there. And another thing, mainstream media, our SBS, ABC 9, 7 and 10 are shit. They're shit. They're being narrated from the deep state, from these dark ones, the darkness. So we've got to get our mainstream media back in the white, so to speak, and get out of this dark narrative mess and shit. It's all bullshit. I don't buy it at all. I see through the cracks, and as I said, they're skating on thin ice now. Once they fall through that ice, they're gone, and they'll be gone forever. Down to that hell, that we a place we call hell, the afterlife, Hades, which is guarded by that three-headed dog, Cerberus. Anyway, May the 9th, 2024, this is done. What are we looking at? I even got a time, 3:52 p.m, 8, 9, 10, that's a 10, which is a 1, which is good, by Noah Keate or Keate. Noah, Keate. Now, this is from Boris Johnson's former top advisor, right? So it doesn't come from a Tom, Dick or Harry. So it's just not anybody who is an advisor to Boris Johnson. Now, London. Boris Johnson's former top advisor, Dominic Cummings, launched a sweary attack on Western support for Ukraine Thursday. And that's why I gave back to Albanese. Do not send our troops to Ukraine. Very bad mistake. Offer no support whatsoever. We've got to start looking after Australia. We haven't got money to give away. Look at our housing crisis. Don't you think we've got enough shit and mess here to look after? Concentrate on your own house. Get your own house in order first. Friggin' lunatic. He's a friggin' lunatic. He really annoys me. Okay, so Ukraine Thursday. In an interview with the newspaper, Cummings, who led Britain's Leave Brexit campaign and spectacularly fell out with Johnson in 2020, declared that the West should never have got into the whole stupid situation and claimed sanctions against Russia have had a great impact on European politics than in Moscow. The former advisor was scathing of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy and comparisons with World War. This is not a replay of 1940 with Zelenskyy as a Churchillian underdog, he said. Right? So don't compare this to any other shit. This is a separate incident. This whole Ukrainian corrupt mafia state, right? This whole Ukrainian corrupt mafia state has basically conned us all, and we're all going to get effed as a consequence. We're all getting effed right now. We're getting conned. This is what I said to you. They're con merchants, they're salesmen, they're mafia, right? And they're scammers. And this is just, they're scamming everyone. They're even scamming themselves. I'm pretty sure Albanese, what about his children? These dickheads don't understand what they're even doing. In a follow-up tweet, Cummings later branded Zelenskyy a Pontikin leader, but denied he called him a pumpkin, as originally quoted in the interview. He argued that war would only strengthen the relationship between Russia and China, saying Western nations pushed Russia into an alliance with the world's biggest manufacturing power. Cummings has long been critical of support for Ukraine, a stance that puts him sharply at odds with his old boss, Johnson, a vocal supporter of Zelenskyy and Ukraine's war effort. Everyone that supports Zelenskyy, it's good. It's good in a way and it's bad in a way, because then we know who we go after. The enemy is actually showing their face. It's like supporting a pedophile in your street. They're the pricks we're going after. I know, as well as you know, these pricks are in high places. And if you can report one of these bastards, and they're just dark, or they make me cringe, these pedophiles. They're the ones we're going after too. Don't think we're not going to friggin' play around with these pricks. We're going after them. We're going to bring them down. As I said, you go to your sergeant, yeah, I'll look after it. Why? Because the bloody sergeant's in with the Klan. As I said, this goes to the top of in the fabric of society. These are people in high places. They shouldn't be there because they're criminals and gangsters. And fuck the ones that bloody hide these pedophiles, these monsters. These monsters have got to go. He told the paper the West had failed to send Russian President, I wouldn't even go to gangster President Vladimir Putin. Not too sure, sorry, I'll correct that one, because Putin, you got gangsters over there too, mate. It's a tough one. It's a tough call on that one. He said, we're a bunch of total effing jokers. Cummings asserted, saying the war had broadcasted to the entire world, and what a bunch of clowns we are. What a bunch of clowns. Now, if anyone's been watching my old videos and that, you'll find synchronicity is starting to resonate across It's starting to filter out. My voice and what I say is starting to filter out, okay? That's called synchronicity. So you'll see the numbers on the board, 1111. Might see 777s, 888s. Now, if you don't know what the meaning of these numbers are, that's quite easy. Go to Google and Google it. That's another thing with numerology. It's life path free calculators now. Go in there, Google it, put your birthday date in, follow the instructions, follow the white rabbit, follow the instructions, and find out what your life path number is, and start looking it up. And you tell me if it resonates with you. Whatever number that life path is, that's what you're meant to do. That's that's basically your blueprint. And your blueprints, it's all mixed in, your numerology, astrology, and spirituality, transcendence, regenerate, transformation. What lesson have we taught him? The lesson we've taught Putin is that we're a bunch of total effing jakers and a bunch of clowns. Been saying it. It comes as the former Vote Leave Brexit campaign chief tests the water for a new political party to replace the Tories. Politico reported on Thursday that Cummings has organised a series of focus groups to get the public's views about a new anti-establishment. So you've got to go against the big establishments. And most of the Western countries only had two preferred parties. What a joke. Two choices. It is. I don't know why we haven't woken up. Maybe some of you aren't meant to wake up. But I want to wake up the majority of us. I'm after the masses. Cummings told us his start-up party would be ruthlessly focused on the voters and not on the Westminster and the old media. So we've got to change this narrative, what the main media does. CNN over in America, everything's starting to be exposed. So as I said, we've got to unify. Piss off all this freaking racism and discrimination. That shit doesn't exist. That's to divide us again. That's like welcome to our country. It's another divide. I have beautiful friends all over the world. I don't go by race or anything like that, because if you want to put us all together, we're all earthlings. So people on that bullshit need to wake up and say, oh, we're all earthlings. We're all together. We're all connectedness, oneness. Okay, it's all there. I'll do a quick card reading and then I'm going to flick off, and I haven't had breakfast yet, so got to get something to give me tummy, something in the tummy, so I'm not bloody hungry. I'll tell you what, I'm hungry. They're very, very hungry to go after these turds. Go after these turds and flush them down the toilet, eh? Monsters. They're monsters. As I said, you're fighting demons, mate. It's very, very black out there. Very, very dark. Dark, sinister. Dark rituals happening. Alright, so there you have it. 9 of Wands. And then, look, Justice again. Justice again. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Why are they coming up? No. That's. I'll put these two back in. I'm going to deal out again. So, you know, 9 of Wands, judgment, justice. Tell me you guys don't need help out there from a true prince with cosmetic energy. It's all energy. Energy. Now, I don't know what my full power's out. I'm still nurturing myself and nourishing myself. So, everything I do now, it's like a little test to see how I pass the test still. and after these monsters. That's what I'm saying. Let's go after these monsters. King of Swords. Anyway, let's go this one. What have we got? Oh, nine of Pentacles. Okay, so we all those two, and why? Well, you know why. You already know why. You know why. You know why. I mean, it stands to reason, doesn't it? I hope everyone is waking up and really, really taking notice, because we have the strength. We have the strength. You know, we bring in more knowledge and wisdom. That's every day. As I said, learning something every day. I'm learning something, as I said. Got the crown. Got the diadems. You got the plume. And the serenity of your mind. The shells. Cleansing. A lot of things need cleansing. Okay, 9 of Wands. Let's go to 9. Strength. Exactly what I said. You're given strength to go after judgment, and then we'll have justice. Now the 9 of Pentacles. And a dog barking next door. Don't you just love dogs barking all the time? Not. Okay. Not for no reason. There's got to be a reason for everything. And that's what I say. That's why I'm sitting here. There is a reason for it. And this matter and point of presence. And you got 9. Prudence, safety, success, accomplishment. Well, there you go, and discernment. Definitely have discernment, Happyness anyway. As I said, you don't send anyone anywhere. Not in these turbulent times. We can't afford to do it. We've got enough mess here to clean up, as I said. Housing's just one, then you've got your interest rates. Maybe too late. It's a good thing those interest rates come down, but you can't get blood out of a stone, can you? Okay, I'm going to get going. All my lovely ones out there. And spirit, remember that spirit? You want to hear the bell again? We'll hear the bell again. There you go. 3 decent rings that time. 3 decent rings. Look that one up. Why do I ring it? The Chariot on the bottom. I can't. Well, I do. I do believe it because I believe in it. I believe in everything around me until I find out difference. That's why you do your facts. Get your facts, do your research, and believe everything. If God comes up in the street, he's God. Until you work out he might be truly God. He might be speaking the truth. And who would come up and say that to you in the street unless he wasn't God? Think about it. Start thinking things. Things all around us. And heaps of shit all around us that we must clean up. And those monsters, as I said, they're like turds. Just flush them down the toilet. Anyway, my love and hugs to the whole world out there listening. And I hope we are listening from every single country on planet Earth. Czechoslovakia, to Poland, to across to China, Greenland, Australia, where I'm sitting at the moment. So anyone who wants to know, I am speaking and talking to you guys and communicating with you guys spiritually, mentally and physically from Australia. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. And then we go, oi, oi, oi. And I'd want to get that to the rest of the planet Earth. That's it, even Russia, even Ukraine. It's the people I worry and love and cherish. Okay, in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost. Amen.